practitioner, and his ground game may be the key to handing Lee his first defeat.
Tony Fryklund, middleweight, Las Vegas, Nevada. What makes a good MMA fighter is how you tie things together. My seamless transitions and my seamless translation of the art is what's going to make the difference in this fight. The weapons I choose to train in are meant to do damage. Now, a lot of what we see in Kung's game is he exploits people that don't have the ability to understand what he's doing. I do spinning back kicks. I throw spinning wheel kicks. Don't use my stuff on me. It's not going to work. I'm looking 2 or 3 steps ahead. If I can get there, the fight's over.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage, Tony the Freak Fryklund.
Tony the Freak Fryklund was one of the top prospects of the groundbreaking Militich Fighting Systems Training Center in Battendorf, Iowa, after beginning his MMA career with a 10-2 record. Unfortunately, he's fallen on hard times recently, Bill, going 3-5, and a lot of people believe it's all in his head.
10-year veteran MMA. I tell you what, he's an old school fighter, but the problem is that he is his own worst enemy. But is his time right now?
And what he's trying to do, guys, is try to get better at his stand-up. His ground and pound is phenomenal, but he said he's been working out stand-up with guys like Winky Wright, Bernard Hopkins. I think that's a pretty good tutor right there. Yeah.
And here's one interesting point, gentlemen. He respects and idolizes Cung Lee. So what type of factor is that going to be in this fight?
None whatsoever. Once that cage door closes, you better not be in awe of the guy you're fighting, or else you're going to be asleep, not just in awe.
All right, speaking of the guy he is fighting, Cung Lee is one of the flashiest fighters anywhere. Whether it is Sancho or MMA, Lee has always had the Midas touch.
Cung Lee, middleweight, San Jose, California. I'm a seasoned fighter, and I know how to stay poised, and I'm going to be patient. You got to kick me out of the gym. So I have to do everything from stand-up to the ground to escape to being on top. Well, I'm a stand-up fighter. I prefer knockout. Tony comes forward. He likes to brawl. He's going to walk right into a whole bunch of crazy moves, punches, kicks, spin kicks. What makes me a good MMA fighter? I want to keep learning. Everything that I can learn, I want to learn. For me, I'll always be the student of the game.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Cung Lee.
You guys, San Jose is known for its earthquake. I think we're in the epicenter of a human earthquake right now. Cung Lee's life story, one tailor-made for the silver screen. At the age of 2, he and his mother escaped war-torn Vietnam for a better life in the USA. And guess what? He has become a martial arts icon right here in his adopted hometown of San Jose. Bill, this must bring back memories for you, because this place is on fire.
I tell you what, you could not write a better story than this Cung Lee story right here, except for tonight. He's facing his toughest competition yet in the MMA arena.
Cung Lee almost transcends martial arts because he's almost looked at as one of those Hollywood action figures by just mainstream martial arts fans over the time. But I tell you what, there are 2 things that this guy does great, because he's a former Sanchow fighter. A, his throws are fantastic, and B, his strikes are very, very strong, especially those kicks.
You know what? Sin City, Las Vegas may be known as the home of MMA right now, but San Jose is definitely giving it a run for its money. Let's take you now to the tail of the tape for this middleweight matchup. Cung Lee is is 35, 5'10", 179 pounds with a Sancho background, the Chinese martial art, which includes throws and takedowns. Fryklund is 36, 5'10", 177.5 pounds. He is a freestyle fighter. No one does it like this guy does it. It's Jimmy Lennon Jr. with your introductions.
Well, fans, this matchup coming your way is brought to you by Strikeforce. We introduce to you our 3 judges scoring this bout from cage side, all from California. We have Nelson Hamilton, Cecil Peoples, and Marcos Rosales. And our referee in charge of this bout, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Herb Dean. All right, fans, here we go with a Strikeforce middleweight special attraction, scheduled 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches, he weighed in at 177.5 pounds. He is a freestyle fighter with a record of 14 wins and 8 losses, with 6 knockouts and 8 submissions to his credit. Hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, introducing Tony the Freak Fryklund. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches. He weighed in at 179 pounds, trained in the disciplines of Sancho, kickboxing, and wrestling. He is undefeated in his MMA campaign with a record of 3 wins, no losses. All 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the U.S., the North American, and the world Sancho champion, the undefeated MMA sensation from San Jose, California, introducing Cung Lee. Once again, a referee in charge of the bout, Herb Dean, now to give instructions.
Gentlemen, we've gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. We're going to keep the fight clean. Touch gloves, come out ready to do this.
Guys, I gotta tell you, here in San Jose, Cung Lee is as popular as Bruce Lee ever was. And I'm saying something, this is amazing, and the reception this guy received here tonight.
It is electric. From each fight that goes,
yeah,
this crowd gets more into it because it's one of their own out there battling.
And Tony the Freak Fryklund, looking to get freaky in an MMA sense, the 2 touch gloves, and just listen to this crowd, would you?
The great thing about Cung Lee also is he will not just try and win it, but he'll try and win it in spectacular fashion. He puts on a show.
He puts the O in ostentatious, my friend, and look at these kicks. I mean, they are just like a work of art, and there is an axe kick, and Fryklund looking to capitalize.
Axe kick is not smart in this sport, though, especially when you go against a takedown artist, and Tony Fryklund's wrestling is pretty decent.
Look at these body kicks, head kicks.
Let's not forget Cung Lee did some wrestling in high school there, so it's
very
not as
successful wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I tell you what, guys, Tony Fryklund does not want to stand there like this and get into a Sancho matcher. He wants to take down Cung Lee and try and force some ground and pound. We have not seen anybody ground and pound Cung Lee ever.
There's a nice right hand by Cung Lee, a kick back by Fryklund. Fryklund staying in the pocket, trying to, you know, I mean, that's got to play a big role when he hears the reception that the crowd gives his opponent. I don't care who you are. You can say you try to mentally block it out, but that's one area where Fryklund admittedly has told us he's had problems, is with the mental game lately.
No question. And when you got a guy in front of you, such a dynamic fighter like Cung Lee, and guys, I got to tell you, I have never seen anybody throw techniques like this in the ring.
But I don't understand why Tony Fryklund's standing there unless it's just an ego thing. Let me show the world I can take it. Take Cung Lee down, at least attempt it.
Well, I was going to say, with apologies to the NCAA, we're looking at a guy with educated feet. That left foot from Yale, the right foot from Harvard, and Tony Fryklund is getting an education here tonight.
Tony Fryklund should fake up high and drop down and try and see what Cung Lee can do on the ground. Don't stand there with a man who obviously is just much more dominant with you.
Listen to this crowd, guys.
Oh, geez. Ate the right hand, went for the spinning back fist.
The one thing I think interesting about Kung Lee's style here is he still is kickboxing Sanchow. He stands up upright a little bit too much against a more experienced striker. He can get caught.
Nice counter there by Fryklund as Lee went for the spinning back kick. Fryklund looking for the takedown, but man, Kung Lee, his striking is absolutely precise. And you know, even though he's preparing for the main event grudge match in that Strikeforce World Middleweight titles, Fryklund now begins to unload Lee. Do you think Frank Shamrock's got an eye on this fight after what's been said in the media about what he had to say about Kung Lee saying fighting Phil Baroni is like fighting Kung Lee on his day off?
I don't think Shamrock is worrying about this fight. I think Shamrock's going to have his hands full with Baroni as Fryklund gets rocked. I'll tell you what, Kung Lee is picking him apart at will, landing shots.
Give it up for Fryklund to pop back to his feet.
Give it up for Herb Dean not stopping it prematurely.
Well done, Jay, you're right.
That shows a little bit of militant in him. He does not ever give up. 10-year veteran in MMA, he's still on his feet.
But guys, I still don't understand. Now he knows Kung Lee's power. Why are you standing there with that man?
You guys,
take him to the ground.
I've called fights in Saitama Super Arena with 35,000 fans. I have never seen an atmosphere as electric for this fight here tonight in San Jose. Kung Lee and Tony Fryklund with a minute and a half left in round number 1. And a head kick.
This is one dynamic fighter, guys. Hit him with the heel. Spinning heel kick.
Have you guys ever seen someone like Kung Lee in MMA? This guy's amazing.
No, not at all. Not even close.
The Fryklund's also standing there with his hands down.
All the props, though.
But he's standing there with his hands down, guys. I got to tell you, it's just not a smart game plan on his end.
But a lesser man, I think, would have already been stopped, Jay.
Absolutely. I'll give him props for his chin, but a lot of times, because there's so much ego involved in the sport, they say, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to stand here with your style.
Finds the target again with that spinning heel kick, and really, there's a...
That hurt him. That hurt him, gentlemen. Took the wind right out of him, and there it goes again.
Now it's just target practice.
This is unbelievable. Tony Fryklund getting attacked at will with every type of kick known to mankind.
I don't know what's gotten into his head, but this is not the way to attack Kung Lee.
Look how relaxed Kung Lee is also. I'm very impressed with. This is a new sport for him, pretty much. I'm very impressed with how relaxed he's standing.
He is undefeated in his embryonic mixed martial arts career at 3-0. Tony Fryklund, though, staying in the pocket, needs to try to figure something out. It looks like he may indeed survive the opening 5 minutes, but he's definitely going to have to reassess his game plan. Less than 5 seconds, and Fryklund now trying to push ahead, misses with a spinning back fist as the round comes to a close.
Guys, I can't wait for the replay of this because we're going to see a whole lot of feet, fists, flying, everything. There's that foot to the body, foot to the head. Usually a 1-2 combination is right hand, left hand. For Kung Lee, it's foot against foot. Then you see him duck one of Tony Fryklund's left crosses, follows up with two nice short hooks.
Beautiful.
And then look what he follows up. He goes in for blood, follows up with that foot, and that is just a spinning crescent kick that you see. You talked about Bruce Lee. That's one of those old Bruce Lee movie kicks.
And it's target practice for Kung Lee right now.
Hey, you know what? I really hope that Tony Fryklund's corner is going in there and saying, all right, enough standing up there with one of the best strikers we've seen. Take this to the ground. If you get beat on the ground, so be it. Don't lose to what this guy's bread and butter is.
See Jeff Sherwood of SureDog.com already out there, too, always covering the MMA events. And Kung Lee and Tony Fryklund, you guys, is this what they mean by the agony of defeat, Jay?
Boy,
the hands and defeat.
You're just bringing out your entire book tonight, aren't you, Morrow?
Yeah, I wrote the book. Or what did Phil Baroni say? That Frank Shamrock's reading the book he wrote? Well, I got a few books of my own. Fryklund
I don't
and Lee.
think you read Phil Baroni's book.
Listen again at these kicks. I mean the effects, the impact of them.
Well, the snap that he gets on those kicks, the amount of hip that he puts in, the torque that he gets.
You're right. There you go with what Jay Glazer alluded to. But see, Fryklund is stuffed at every opportunity.
Yeah, but he shot up high.
To shoot.
Go down low. He shot up high there. And it was only one. Keep trying it. You can't stop on one.
Kung Lee's got one gear, you guys, straight ahead. I mean, there it is again, spinning back kick.
Gentlemen, this is amazing. I've just got to say, as a fan of the sport, watching Cung Lee in there is like art.
I'd heard about Cung Lee. I'd seen him in his Sancho. I'd seen him in K1. But he is becoming a master in mixed martial arts, and it's all because of what got him to the dance, you guys.
But let me make the statement, gentlemen. Anything can happen at any time in MMA, so do not count out Fryklund.
Definitely, and we yet to see him on the ground. We don't know what Cung Lee's ground game is like.
That's exactly why Fryklund should try and take him. Then Fryklund sat with us 2 days ago and said, my ground and pound is awesome. Okay, well, take him down and let's see how awesome it is.
But he also said every technique that Cung Lee has, I have also. So maybe he wanted to stand and show that he had what Cung Lee had.
And look at that kick right on the rib cage again of Tony Fryklund.
At least you know what you do here, guys. If you don't want to take him down, get him against the cage. Don't let him sit there and have all the space in the world to throw these acrobatic kicks at you.
Well, what you want to do is take him to some unfamiliar territory for Cung Lee. And as far as we've seen, he ain't been able to do it.
Oh, nice. Lots of snap to that outside cut kick. Again, going upstairs with a head. Comes back with the left right down the pipe.
I think Cung Lee's just having an awful lot of fun here, guys.
And look at his head movement, even avoiding the right hand of Fryklund. And how can you not have fun when you've got thousands upon thousands, a huge crowd on hand here at the Shark Tank firmly behind you?
It's interesting, too, though, guys. Usually a southpaw, he usually circles the other way, outside a guy's lead left hand. Instead, Cung Lee's going the other way. Everything is a little unorthodox with him.
Oh, man, that body shock again. The shot shocking his body. And now Fryklund tries to move ahead and try to chest the chin of Cung Lee, and Cung Lee does a good job of avoiding it.
Fryklund talking to him there as well. Nice combination. You have an uppercut followed by a midsection kick.
You've got to admire the way he combines his strikes with the punches and the kicks.
And you know what? He told us that also. He said, I don't have your basic 1, 2, and 3. You're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coming from all different directions.
I don't think he has a basic anything. And again, Fryklund going to the well and again missing with that spinning back fist, Bill.
And it seems as if he's trying to cut him off and set him up for that spinning back fist. It's the third time he's thrown it. He hasn't landed it yet, but you never know.
Fryklund actually seems like his confidence is growing a little bit, saying this guy's throwing the kitchen sink at me. I'm still here. I'm moving forward.
He's a warrior, and again, he's one of the early pioneers of mixed martial arts. This guy was a household name back in the day in MMA. We talked about him starting out with the vaunted Miletich Academy, the fighting systems in Bendorf under Pat Miletich, training with guys like Robbie Lawler, Jens Palver, Tim Sylvia. I mean, this guy's trained with some of the best.
Fryklund has got to be able to close the distance and give himself an opportunity to win this fight.
What Fryklund was doing there, guys, he was dancing around, dancing back, because he was clearly hurt to the midsection trying to catch his wind.
He is an extremely tough kid, gentlemen.
And Lee catches Fryklund on the chin with a back fist. Yeah, very tough, double tough.
Oh, he ate a knee right there, gentlemen.
Final minute of this second round. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely love to see a round 3. This has been some spectacular stuff by Cung Lee. And here comes Tony Fryklund with a flurry of his own. Lee now again attacking the back of the leg with that kick.
He's attacking the legs, the body, the head, everything.
He is dissecting Fryklund. He is absolutely dissecting the freak.
Looks at this fight, man. You're going to need a tow truck to get Fryklund out of here after it.
But man, again, I got to give it up for Tony Fryklund. The word surrender not in his vocabulary. He is willing to make it a fight tonight for these fans in San Jose. 10 seconds remaining in the round.
I also got to give it up to Cung Lee for not getting overexcited after any of these shots. Very composed fighter.
And there's a spinning back fist by Lee. What haven't we seen in his arsenal? Does he have something called the kitchen sink, and are we going to see it? All right, from this middleweight, we go to the New York Badass. He's already prepping. He is preening. He is getting ready to battle Frank Shamrock in the main event for the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship. You may not like him, but you might have to learn to love him. He is the New York Badass, Phil Baroni.
And thank God, gentlemen, but round 3 is coming up.
Never met a mirror he didn't like. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the toughest of them all? Will it be Baroni tonight, Jay?
I tell you what, Phil Baroni is going to come down. You think this is exciting? Folks, wait till you see our main event.
I think that was exciting. I think she's higher than a 3.
Let's take a look at the replay here and watch Cung Le. He will kick you anywhere. Look, he gets a little position there and decides to go down low and then comes right back up high after that.
Solid shot.
The roof has already been raised here at the Shark Tank, but I think we are about to hear the thunder in Northern California. We are all set for the third and final round. Cung Le. On the left of your screen, Tony Fryklund in the bleached blonde hair in this corner, and the third and final round underway, Bill.
And as you saw when they came out and touched gloves, Fryklund's smiling, man. Looks like he's enjoying this, but if I were him, I wouldn't be too happy right now.
Those kicks up high, by the way, guys, they're like jabs. They're not really going to knock you out. Now, those ones that come like that, those will do damage.
Yeah, I beg to differ, Glazer, man. I love you, but any one of those kicks are going to knock you. There you go.
Puts them down on the canvas permanently. Listen to the reaction of this crowd. Did anybody say Cung Le for mayor of San Jose?
Think he would win hands down. Tony Fryklund bending over, holding his midsection at one point. Clearly, he has taken a beating there to the midsection. A very, very tough game opponent, but there's going to be an awful lot of ice bags tonight.
Yeah, hats off to Tony Fryklund, proving his toughness, but simply being beat tonight by Cung Le, who improves to 4-0 and definitely put on a show for the hometown crowd at 25 seconds of the final round. He records a very impressive win.
Billy and I could agree to disagree. Those straight jab kicks, that's what they are. They're pretty much jabs. What does the damage is when Cung Le gets the torque, brings his hips around, and he swings with those kicks that are like getting hit with a bat.
Jay, now that he can't hear us because he's up in the cage, I agree with you.
Yeah, you do, Dutch. I know. But I guarantee when he comes back down, he'll say, Billy, I'm all on your side, buddy.
There he is, the winner. The look of maybe a future champion. I mean, unbelievable. Let's revisit the action, Jay. It was very impressive stuff.
Look at Cung Le. I tell you what, that body shot hurt. Again, he gets that torque, follows, goes from body to head, and then the fists get involved. At that point, Tony Fryklund had just taken too much of a beating. See, he's already bending down.
Yeah,
when you see that, because that shot to the body took the wind out of him. He just took too many shots to the body. And eventually, you go after the body, the head will crumble and follow.
Him doubling over like that was like a red flag to the Raging Bull, Cung Le. And we take a look here at the final seconds here. Cung Le putting it to Tony Fryklund. The punch, the right hook heard round San Jose. Down goes Fryklund, and the gymnastics celebration begins. All right, Jimmy Lennon Jr. will now make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 25 seconds in round number 3. A referee in charge, Herb Dean, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Cung Le.
Great show of sportsmanship there by Tony Fryklund. He put up a hell of a fight, just simply overwhelmed. And Bill Goldberg now is standing by with the victor.
Yeah, I'm here with Cung Le. Looks like you're going to be running for mayor here soon.
No, not for mayor. I just got to thank the Lord for giving me the strength for tonight. I had a rough 2 months. You know, it's just, you know, the fans, you guys were so loud, I can barely hear right now. So I'm sorry I didn't hear that question right. First of all, I'd like to thank the fans, my family, my girl for putting up with me. You know, it's been tough. 2 months, I've been grouchy, I've been hungry. I'm looking forward to some pizza and chocolate chip cookies. And, you know, I gotta thank all my sponsors, but right now I'm not thinking straight, so it's on my shorts. I love you guys. Thank you.
Okay, Cung, let's look up at the replay. How about this?
It's the body kicks. Caught him. I knew if I stay on him, that side was open. I took the overhand right and caught him, and I felt like I didn't need to do more except some backflips and almost lose my balance and smash my face right there, but that's what I did.
I got to tell you, man, as one of the biggest MMA fans out there, thank God you got into MMA, because we have never seen a more dynamic MMA participant. You got me flustered.
I gotta thank God. That's right. He made it all happen. And also my trainer, Javier Mendez, he talked me into it. After 2.5 years, I finally did MMA, and so far last year was my rookie year, and I think I graduated into a little bit of a pro, amateur, whatever.
4-0, man. It's not like you beat somebody with no experience. Fryklund has been around for a while, militant system. You know, you should be very, very proud of yourself. Everybody, let's hear it for Cung Le.
Thank you, everyone. I love you guys. After party is at the Vivid. I'm gonna party, and you know, I gotta thank Tony, because I haven't fought that long. All my rounds last year, 3 rounds put together, this was the longest fight I had. Thank you very much for the experience.
Cung Le knows his way to MMA in San Jose. He is definitely a king here in Northern California, Jay.
I tell you what, I think he's going to be a king throughout America as well, because this guy simply gets it. I think he's going to end up being a marketer's dream. He's going to be Hollywood's dream. He is one of the next big, great things to happen to this sport. Technically, he's fantastic. Marketing-wise, he's fantastic. Guys, he gets it.
He is the total package. He is Cung Le, celebrating another victory here tonight. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Is that you, Maura? How are you there and here at the same time?
Going for a little body slam action there.
And that's what's great about this sport. Every athlete in this sport goes out, celebrates with the fans out there.
Unbelievable.
You don't see this in other sports.
No, what a night of fights so far, Jay. It's been amazing action thus far. We've seen some incredible